Calgary, Canada. That's where we are right now. It's beautiful here. I like this time of the day, by the way, too. Beautiful. All right. We're going cold and dark here. Yeah. $767,300 Delta. And we are heading to Abbotsford, Canada. Right. Let's get the battery. Okay. We're going down row by row. We're not bringing the APU up yet. We're not ready for that. Fuel pumps, right and left. We're not going to need them all. Position light. Make our presence known. That's for the passengers, I believe. Window heat. All these to auto. It sometimes saves you a bunch of complaining. Trim air, recirculating. And packs to auto. Isolations will turn on, but we don't really need them yet. APU bleed is on, but it's not up yet. It's fine. We're good. Alright, before we do anything else, always make sure the radio is on. And PA's on. Okay. Go ahead and bring up the flight directors. Alright, for operations airplane, we're going to open all doors because we need to do that to do our ground work. fuel truck's already out here. We got stairs, chocks, loaders are in place, and so now let's go through our passengers. Brian, can you go ahead and see if you can get IFR clearance?
Sure, Steve, I'll handle that.
Okay, we have 181 passengers on this flight. Our cargo weight is 13,055.
We'd like to collect our IFR clearance. We have Sierra.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Our block fuel is 22,802. We're optimized cargo.
WestJet 193, Calgary clearance. Information Sierra is correct. Clear to Abbotsford. After departure, fly radar vectors BOTA, then is filed. Departure runway 17 left. Initial climb to 7,000. Departure on 125.9er, squawk 3642.
Okay. Plane, by the way, this is for the flight factor 767. Plane not loaded yet, so it's not. I made sure that all the items I need for this are listed, like passenger bus, stairs, our passenger numbers and all that are correct. So now I'm going to hit load. And once I'm loading there, I'm going to go to init ref, and our reference airport is CYYC. And now we're going to go to routes. I'm pulling up our flight plan. Make sure I had the right info for this, what I'm doing. Okay. Plane, by the way, is loaded. I'm going to go ahead and close off. And on ground, we're actually on GPU right now, so I don't want to remove that yet. I'm going to go stairs, chocks, LSU, truck, passenger bus, loader unit. The only thing left is GPU. While I'm loading this information, I think let's go ahead and start up the APU. way too close to that plane, by the way. It just, that is an AI plane, and that's too close. Too close. Right, we're up. APU is, bleed is on, and we're going to switch over now, so we've got everything set right. Right, external power is going off. Which means we're now detached. Okay. I've never done this before. I'll fix that. Alright, first things first, we're going to depart from 17 left, so we're coming off 17 left. It's going to give me some choices here. Okay, there are departures available. Bow tag, so our vectors, fly vectors, bow tag, clear to Abbotsford, information Sierra. Okay. I do not have anything that will help with that, so let me help out. I'm going to pick the Cowboy 2 departure. To with no transition. Okay. And for our arrival, we're going to be coming in on 25. No, we're not. We're going to be coming in on ILS 07. That's my choice. So I'm going to change that. I will probably get fussed at for that from ATC. I don't care. Okay, and that's Hopes and Sensa. Well, I got Hopes. I do have some missing information on there, but I'm not going to worry with it. We're going to, in other words, the cat B, the transition's not right, or it's not what I have listed, but we'll try to work through that. Okay, so now we got route. I'm going to go ahead and activate that, and then we'll walk through this. So, Cowboy 2 vectors, and then we're direct to bow tag. That's what it says. Bow tag. Well, what if I put VOTAG? Let's do this. Let's go to this. So we got vectors. Then okay, try this. Bow tag. Then Q894. Right, can't do that. Get back here. Alright, we already have direct bow tag there, okay? So after we go direct bow tag, how about Q94? Let's try it. Q. Oh, I thought 894. Okay. It's a VIA, but it won't allow me to use that. And I may not. I'm telling you, I may not be using it correct. So that's always a possibility. So let's go back and walk through here. So bow tag. I pulled up a map to make sure I can make sense of this. So it has us coming out on vectors. BOTAG. Okay, there's BOTAG. Followed by SIMTA. Okay, we've got some missing points. So after BOTAG, we actually have SINTA. No, it's not. It's SIMTA. SIMTA. Okay. Then we have looks like BINVO. BINVO. INVO. Okay, are we to Cincy yet? That is a long run. If there's no other points, just looking at how far it is from Ben. So that's where it needs, I can see where there needs to be some sort of like highway or something in between. Because you were on, but actually it's not that far. I mean, the whole route, this whole route's not that, it's only 346 miles, so I don't think that's terribly long. Okay, but then after that we come to Sensa, Kepco, Tasdi, Mooboy, Oh God, and then there is a break. So there's a break in between there, between Omino and CYY3. See if there's something we have. So we need an approach. ILS 07. There we go. So that will give us our approach. But it's got vectors there. Hold on, let's see, where do these vectors lead? Okay, I think we're good from there, which means I can't tell Ketby. Ketby, the place is that, and Sensa, places that. Okay, I think we're good. Copilot will verify it for me, but we're going out on BOTAG. It says vectors, but I am moving that up there. They can vector me if they want. I'll hold off on hitting the autopilot. Right, I burned up some fuel there. Brian, do you want to go ahead and get our push and start clearance?
Steve, I can't handle that right now. You need to be in charge of the comms for me to assist with push and start clearance.
Brian, how about you take control of all comms. You're in charge of all comms.
Alright, Steve, I'll take over the comms from here.
Now, please get our push and start.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where
Requesting
you want to
pushback
go.
and start clearance now.
501, gate 20, information.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Calgary ground, WestJet 193, requesting clearance for pushback and engine start.
WestJet 193, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
I see there that this actually works with better pushback. Like, that's cool. I did not know that. It's good to see that. Alright, so our ZFW is 253465. Sorry.
Okay. All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I'm burning up a lot of my IPU here. Probably more. I budgeted for a little bit more, but not much more. Our reserves are 9.2. Our cruise altitude is 380. I always cheat on. It's easier for me to see. Cost index is 25. Our winds are 280.
Connected and bypass
That's
pin
not right. Is
inserted.
that
Release parking brake.
28058? That's top of climb winds. Hold on. Okay. We'll go.
Air Canada 203, contact tower on 118.4.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Tower on 118.4, Air Canada 203. WestJet 271, ready for push and start. WestJet 347, Calgary ground, push and start approved,
Center of gravity is 20.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
V1's 131. V rotate is 136. And V2's 139.
Ready for push and start. Push and start, base Southwest Jet 347. WestJet 524 ready for push and start.
WestJet 524 Calgary ground, push and start approved. Face south.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible, with all those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under the seat in front of you, so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. So I'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly Delta. Welcome on board.
Edmonton ground. WestJet 738. Request push and start.
WestJet 738, push and start approved. Face southeast.
Push and start approved. Base southeast. WestJet 738.
I have done something wrong. I've done something wrong with the power side. Gotta go see what I've messed up.
Calgary Tower, Silverback 042, holding short, runway 17 left, ready for departure. Calgary Tower, Silverback 042, holding short, runway 17 left, ready for departure. Silverback 042, contact tower on 118.4 for departure clearance.
Millie, I accidentally hit the general drive disc left and right. Is there a way to correct that?
If you accidentally adjusted the general drive disk, you can usually reset it by selecting the default settings in the avionics menu. Make sure to check your navigation and autopilot settings afterward to ensure everything is configured correctly. You're doing great.
Air Canada 128, pushback approved. Underground Air Canada 128, ready to taxi.
I'm not sure if I can come out of this. Oh, what other way? Nope. No, there's no way to come out of this. There's only one thing I can do. I hate to do it, but right? I only have one choice here to get out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and cancel my flight. Hopefully we won't have to do this again. But lesson learned. Okay, so what I've done is I canceled. That right there's, and we're good to start back in a moment. Okay, I can't get out of this. So I'm going to go back and
WestJet 347, contact tower on 118.4 so long.
Calgary Tower 118.4, WestJet 347.
we're going to take it all the way down. Okay, so what we've done is I've killed everything. This means also we'll reset our ATC in a minute. Okay.
Checking updates.
By the way, this I don't know how y'all have your Xplane set up, but right now, when I launch, it'll take it a moment to start back up. It'll takes it a minute, but it actually is doing some updates in the background, and I don't mind. I don't mind waiting 2 minutes for a start. This, by the way, this screen here, I have a MCP, or I have a console, and it works in line with that driver's that little interface you saw to when it starts up, the driver's load. So if you're trying to learn the 767-300, hey, here's your chance. We're about to walk. It won't take us long. I promise you it won't. What I'm going to do to streamline it is I'm going straight to the load, like to load everything, and have that done, and then we'll walk through everything else.
Calgary ground, WestJet 0426, off of runway 35 right. Request taxi to the gates.
Updates
WestJet
finished.
0426, Calgary ground taxi to gates via Delta Juliet Hotel.
That really didn't take that long. Okay, so now we'll go back to 767. We're already at Calgary.
Calgary ground contact tower on 118.4 when ready for departure.
We're at a general purpose. We're kind of in a tight spot. I'm going to move us. I'm going to move us to kind of a more wide open spot. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, that's class. We're in a class E or class F heavy jets, so we need to be there. Okay. All right. All right. Everything else is set to load. I'm gonna go ahead and load it back. By the way, this doesn't. Overall, you're seeing about how long it takes it to load the aircraft. It's really not bad at all.
Please check your quarantine scripts folder.
maybe later. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna, and this is, if you've got the 767, you've seen this. This is the latest. I did the updates, so we're on the beta. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and do this part, and then we'll do the loading. Auto power. Load nav. And no. And we'll kill this. And because we've got our numbers, go ahead and load this. Got it up here on the iPad. Okay. Back to passengers. We're going to run at 181. Cargo weight is 13,055. And fuel weight is 22802. We can't load it yet, by the way. The reason is we have to tell it, we have to make sure that we've got the right equipment hooked up. So we're going to go loaders. Stairs, fuel truck, passenger bus. Oh, and of course I rushed. There we go. Open all. Plane is loading. Plane is loaded. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Plane is not loaded. Still loading. Okay. Plane is loaded. Okay, so now we can go back and take stairs off. Chocks. Fuel truck. And we're loaded. That part there is loaded. Okay. I know I'm going to burn more fuel, but we're still on it's a short ride to where we're going. So we'll go ahead and fire that up. Alright, bus ties. Have those on auto. Utility buses we want on. We're not messing with those. We're done with those. We're not going there again. Okay, learn my lesson. Need to put a big sign on those. Pumps left and right side only. And position lights. Seatbelt signs on. Window heat can go on. And that's landing altitude. So I just always put it on auto 1. Logo and turn all these to auto. And trim air and recirculating fans on. Packs are to auto. Isolation valves are up. Engine and APU bleed. We need that bleed because it has to do with getting us some power to be able to start. Cabin's not dark anymore. I'm sorry, some of this is like deja vu. I know, I get it. Init ref. Our airport that we're currently at is CYYC. So that's C. Oh, my fault. CYYC. We're going to take our last position and put that in. And I'm going to go back once again, deja vu, and go back to Black Box Virtual. Same song, second verse.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible. With all those passengers behind you to make your way to their seat as well.
See?
If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first.
To CYXX.
Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space.
Our flight number is WJA 193.
Briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack. You can go ahead and utilize that space under this seat in front of you, so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight.
And runway 17 left.
Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. I'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly Delta. Welcome on board.
Okay, for route, I could try this. So we're going to say CYYC. Go straight to, actually, before I do that, let's pull that in. 17 left, Cowboy 2, we have it set for, with no transition. And arrival is 07, and that's Hopes. No transition. Well, actually, we got a Mino. That's it. Where we go? This is where this won't take as long this time, but we got to go back and make sure that these are correct. First of all, since it's got all this here, and it's got Sensa, and Sensa, there's a lot that happens before Sensa. Why is it that? Why is it not picking up on anything? So 17 left. Well, after we leave, let's see, we're going to be going SIMTA. To Binvo. Binvo. INVO. And then we hit Sensa, meaning get rid of that. Then from Sensa, that's Kepco, Task Mobile, Vogad, Ilgul, Ominar, Mysar. So that looks good. Okay. So now we're going to go SIMTA, activate that. That should make a lot more sense to us. Okay. Okay. Alright, knowing we're on the APU now, and we're going to need a pushback. Brian, can you get our push and start clearance?
Pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Good. So I picked right back up where we left off. Okay.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tower's driving up.
We got pressure there. Packs are off. That gives us even more pressure. Yeah. We got a problem.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
And I'm going to go enable world traffic. Should have most everything in there from previously. Okay.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle. Keep even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta. 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 Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air.
Turn it off.
In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin.
Operation complete.
Smoking,
Go ahead and set the
vaping,
parking
the
brake.
use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco,
Disconnecting
is not
tail.
allowed
Stand
on
by.
any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane. 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits, and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or
Tow
streamer
is
down to
disconnected
start the
and
flow of
bypass bin
oxygen.
has been
Remove
removed.
any face
Hand signal on
covering
the right.
and place
We'll
the
see you
mask
next time,
over your
and
nose
have a
and
safe
mouth.
flight.
Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally, and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lap children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, we request your full attention. as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal fittings one into the other. Tighten it by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt,
Brian,
lift the upper
can you
portion
get
of
our
the
taxi
belt.
clearance?
We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight, as we may experience turbulence.
I'll request taxi
Please
clearance now.
take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide, which may also be detached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing into the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist the other person. Keep your mask on until the crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, please assume the bracing position. Lean forward with your hands on top of your head.
Get ready, they're going to get us the minute I open this up.
Your feet are flat on the floor. Life vests are located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch. Remove the vest, slip it over your head, pass the straps around your waist, and adjust at the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord. Only when leaving aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpieces. Use the whistle and light to attract attention. Also, your seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. The following electronic devices: smartphones, CD players, laptop computers may be used when the seatbelt sign is off.
Brian, did we have taxi clearance already?
Mobile telephones, remote-controlled toys, or any electronic devices
I'll get our taxi
operating with an
clearance
antenna
now.
must be turned off at all times. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors installed in the lavatories is prohibited by law. You will find this and all the other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you. We strongly suggest you read it before takeoff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight. Thank you.
We'll take care of. I think I actually our Q and H I think it might be 29 or 902, which is default, but we're still gonna double check when we get there. Well, if it could go wrong earlier on this flight, it did. But good news was it was all on the ground. And a lot of IO error, ignorant operator. I guess I could go faster, but 2990 is our we part of our checklist is going to be configuration of flaps, which is 5. Done. Ground spoiler armed and ready, just in case. Brian, so far we have our flaps to 5, anti-skid to RTO. I'm resetting the clocks, and we're ready. We're holding short. We're ready for takeoff.
Steve, we need to get taxi clearance first before we can proceed to the runway.
Brian, get the taxi clearance. told you to do that like a while back.
I'll get our taxi clearance now.
What is your hold up, bro? Come on, man. Oh. It was me. I was a problem. Brian, try that taxi clearance now.
I'll get the taxi clearance now.
Air Canada 209er, contact tower on 118.4.
Calgary ground, WestJet 193, ready to taxi. We have Sierra.
WestJet 193, taxi to runway 17 left via Delta. WestJet 193, contact tower on 118.4. Have a good evening.
Runway 17 left via Delta, WestJet 193. Switching to tower on 118.4, WestJet 193. Calgary Tower, WestJet 193, evening. Holding short of 17 left, ready for takeoff.
WestJet 193 Heavy, Calgary Tower. Runway 17 left, winds 165 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 17 left, WestJet 193 Heavy.
WestJet 193, contact departure on 125.9er.
Switching to departure on 125.9, WestJet 193. Calgary departure, WestJet 193, evening, passing 5,000 on the climb. WestJet 193 Heavy, Calgary departure, radar contact. Climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, WestJet 193 Heavy.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, I'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution in opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. Now reaching altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eat items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eat items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for on-road purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 50% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
WestJet 193, climb flight level 300.
Climbing flight level 300, WestJet 193.
WestJet 193, contact Edmonton Center on 124.525.
Switching to Edmonton Center on 124.525, WestJet 193. Edmonton Center, WestJet 193 evening. Climbing past 16,000 to reach flight level 300.
WestJet 193, Edmonton Center, identified. Good evening, altimeter 30.06. WestJet 193, Edmonton Center, climb flight level 360.
Climbing flight level 360, WestJet 193. flight level 380. Climbing to flight level 380, WestJet 193.
Sorry, I don't mean to make you sick.
WestJet 193, expect the Hope 5 arrival. Expect to descend in about 20 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier. Expect the Hope 5 arrival. We'll let you know if we need to start down earlier. WestJet 193.
I don't think we need to go down too much earlier. No. Millie, what's our speed in miles per hour currently?
Your current ground speed is 390 knots, which is approximately 448 miles per hour. Keep up the great work.
It's the only thing on the tallest I can adjust the lighting.
WestJet 193, contact Vancouver Center on 133.6. Contact Vancouver Center on 133.6. WestJet 193. Vancouver Center, WestJet 193, evening, maintaining flight level 370. WestJet 193, Vancouver Center identified. Good evening.
It sounds like a small thing, but I've been trying to figure out. I have the Thomas A321 Neo. I'll put up there. It's one of my favorite planes, although this one's growing on me, the 767. And I cannot adjust cabin lighting. And it's like the back, when you're in the back of the Thomas, it is like you're in a tanning bed. Not that I know what it would be like to be in a tanning bed. Anyway, it's so bright, and I haven't found any. I don't know which control I'm missing to dim the lights or to cut the lights back. I can. Brian, we're ready to get clearance to descend on the Hope arrival.
Requesting descent via the Hope 5 arrival now.
Vancouver Center, WestJet 193, requesting descent via the Hope 5 arrival. WestJet 193, descend via Hope 5 into Abbotsford. Descend via Hope 5 into Abbotsford, WestJet 193.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to refill them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. Kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
Alright, what I did was I set my descent altitude to 3,000 and started a descent, and I'm allowing VNAV to manage the descent. Hopefully it'll do a good job. slow, just a very slow descent. We're at about 330 now. I think Sensa is still 125 nautical miles away, and it's 11,000. So we've got plenty of time. Just a slow, steady descent. We're good. So check our landing altitude or landing elevation. A 194 feet. I think I'd rather have it there. Yeah. We are speeding up a little bit, but it's not, I'm not terribly concerned. Slow, steady descent. That's it. Good. Where are we? We're at... $22,000. Steady descent. We're at 95 nautical miles outside of the arrival airport.
WestJet 193, contact Victoria. Approach on 135.475.
Switching to Victoria, approach on 135.475, WestJet 193. Victoria approach, WestJet 193, evening, we're descending through 16,000.
WestJet 193 Heavy, Victoria approach identified. Good evening, Abbotsford altimeter 30.13. Expect the ILS runway 7 approach into Abbotsford via Omino.
Expect the ILS runway 7 approach via Omino. WestJet 193 Heavy.
Right, we're lit up. what helps us here is maybe nothing helps us here. Let me see. Yeah, it does. So right now we're on, I think a restricted, like, what's our altitude? Yeah, we're at in the at or above categories of, as we kind of step down.
WestJet 193, descend altitude 3000. Descending to altitude 3000, WestJet 193.
Something's different about the say intentions. The voices are, something's different. Maybe the region we're in. this is an interesting approach, how they're bringing us in. It's we're going to be kind of doing a circle, but what I like is it gives you time to get in position, get slowed down, and descended. So I like that, especially in a plane this size.
WestJet 193 Heavy, direct Omino, cleared for the ILS runway 7 approach, Omino transition.
Direct Omino, cleared ILS runway 7 approach, Omino transition, WestJet 193 Heavy.
Okay, so he's sending us direct Omino.
Contact Vancouver Center approach on 133.7. Vancouver Center approach at 133.7. Correct.
Guess give me the indicator. We're about at the altitude 3000. Okay, we're about to go. When we get to Omino, we're taking a right and going, getting in position, basically. at 210 knots.
WestJet 193 Heavy, contact Abbotsford Tower on 119.4.
Switching to Abbotsford Tower on 119.4, WestJet 193 Heavy. Abbotsford Tower, WestJet 193 Evening. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 7.
So I need to take control there.
WestJet 193 Heavy, Abbotsford Tower, winds 190 at 4. Runway 7, cleared to land.
Runway 07 cleared to land, WestJet 193 Heavy.
Welcome to Abbotsford, contact ground on 121.8.
I like that. I never pay attention to that. When if you're on ILS, the status this lights up.
20, 10, 5.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to get out and move about the cabin.
Welcome to Abbotsford. Contact ground on 121, decimal 8.
Caution when opening the overhead bins.
Switching to ground on
prevent
121,
injury to articles that may have shifted during landing. You may now
Abbotsford
use your
ground,
mobile
WestJet
phones and
193,
other
evening.
handheld
We're clear of runway
electronic
7 and
devices
ready
while
to
we taxi
taxi
to the gate. However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed.
WestJet 193, Abbotsford ground, taxi to Park 36 at your discretion. Good day.
Your travel needs, including
Taxi
checking
to
in
Park
for a flight
36 at our discretion.
and managing your
WestJet
SkyMiles account.
193.
If any of you should have questions regarding ground transportation, baggage claim, or any other information, a Uniform Delta agent meeting this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. On behalf of Delta Sky Team, our global partners, and flight crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We've enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-check and all call.
notes on this one. It's a good flight. See y'all later.